start with the budget deck. And so I do think this is a very you deck, Derek. So Tergrid, God of Fright, probably in the top 3 strongest cards that are getting printed from the set. I would put Tergrid, the one that makes red mana whenever you cast something, and then the copy one, the 3 strongest new commanders that we have, for sure. Probably not even a debate about that. And then probably Vorinclex as an annoying card. We underestimated that card a lot, but it ended up being way more annoying than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Like I like because how it affects planeswalkers. He's like, I'm gonna play a planeswalker and it loses half its counter.
Yeah, I played Ralzeric and he's like, yeah, it comes out as a 4-drop. He's like, no, it comes out with 2, so if you Midas it, it dies. And I'm like, son of a bitch.
It's like I needed that, and I needed the copy, and I needed the ability this turn.
Yeah. I was like, you suck.
Or like a little things too, because I was playing. I had what was that card? The Ominous Seas. Whenever I draw a card, it gets a counter on it, and once it gets enough, I can make 8/8s. I couldn't put counters on it in my drawing stuff deck.
Yeah, because the way Vorinclex is worded, Matt, is that it's each instance, and then goes
down. I know.
Yeah. So if it's all one instance, like how draw triggers are, when something says whenever you draw, it just gets reduced to 0. So like only multiple instance situations give you counters. Like
I had to draw 3 cards to get 1.
Yeah, Paco, is a situation where it did get multiple counters, but almost like Allison, I felt so bad for her. She spent an entire turn committing to Cathar's Crusade, and then didn't get to put counters on anything.
Yeah, because Vorinclex is like, no, not today.
Yeah, because it's all separate triggers.
Okay, so
as you can see, very budget,
Tergrid. So Matt, you put this together, right?
Yeah.
So let's have you talk us through this. So let's start with I guess we go start with the commander.
The
and go across.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We don't use the backside for Tergrid at all, so you don't even have to worry about that.
Yeah.
So I had to read this card like 3 or 4 times to make sure I was reading her correctly because it seems way too strong.
Yeah, honestly.
But, so whenever an opponent sacrifices a permanent or discards a permanent card, you put it onto the battlefield under your control. Holy shit!
Like Grave Betrayal that does that for creatures only is like a set. I know. I'm just saying, Tom. I know. I'm saying that one of the closest 2 things we have to this is Grave Betrayal, which is a 7-drop, and If That Betrays is like a 9-drop, a 10-drop.
11?
That Betrays is 12.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like 12.
So we have a 12-drop and like a 7-drop. No,
Wait, hold on.
No, I think Grave Betrayal is a 9-drop, isn't it?
It's a 7-drop.
Still, so and this is like, I'm coming out. I'm a 5-drop, and I do both of those, but more and better.
Yeah, plus this card. So like, you want to know what gets really good is like, I don't see that he has it in here, but Thoughtseize is ridiculous.
I have the budget options. So there's Duress, there's Despise, and something from Dominaria that doesn't see a lot of play, Divest.
Yeah.
Which Divest is really cool because it's you discard a creature or artifact, so like you could steal somebody's Soul Ring for yourself if you really want to.
I feel like Duress is going to be the best one.
Oh yeah.
Imagine hitting someone's like Omniscience or like an Ugin or like just something that just ends it.
Yo, Tom, I'm also waiting for someone like you play, like no one's expecting it, like it's like it survives. You're like, okay, I'm gonna Dark Deal, and no one has a response. Someone's like, OG Vorinclex, and like or Shieldred or something. It's like, well, those are mine now.
No.
If turn 1 Thoughtseize, and you're just stealing something absolutely ridiculous.
No. If you really want to lose friends, read Awaken the Erstwhile.
Oh yeah, I remember you were talking about this.
It's.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Then create. So you realize that it says that you don't know he draws cards afterwards, so you just discard all the cards.
Everybody discards their hand. Everybody gets zombies, but you get all their permanents.
Oh, you didn't want to play the creature version too? The mind slasher or whatever it's called, the one that.
You want to know how much that card is?
How much is it?
It's $17.
Is it really?
When did it become that expensive?
When they revealed Tergrid.
When
they revealed Tergrid.
That's so stupid. That's like the 2 take an extra turn spells like from Portal that were ass for the longest times, and then the instant one that's from a decently newer set, the ones that you take an extra turn for 2 red and then you lose the game afterwards. When Obeka got printed, it made 2 of those cards, one $126, the other one $300, and then the normal one, the instant, is like $45 from $1. Final Fortune.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I picked up my Final Fortune for $1 like a year ago when I made Anya Falconwrath.
Yeah.
Oh, are you running were you running Waste Not in this list?
Waste Not's really expensive right now. It's like $14.
Is it really?
Yeah, I told him to do this one budget because the other one's got more into it because it's more interesting to him, and I
Oh
agree.
my God, he's right. I loved Waste Not so much. Remember how much I believed in it?
Let's go through it. So all right. So Blessing of the Leeches. You may play Blessing of the Leeches anytime. You can play an instant at the beginning of your upkeep. You lose 1 life, 0 regenerate, enchanted creature. So
yeah, so that's obviously just to protect Tergrid from like spot removal or board wipes that destroy, and you can regenerate from, because obviously you can't regenerate from Wrath of God. But like it's cool to, like, you know, somebody goes to like Supreme Verdict and you can just like flash that in onto her and regenerate her.
Yeah, I like it. Interesting.
Considering that I feel like she is the type of commander that is going to get targeted super fast. You might.
Okay,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Go back to that card. That card is super cool. So, you know what's really cool? How about I sack a creature and then I don't even Thoughtseize you, I coercion you.
Yeah,
so anything.
Yeah, I showed this to Matt because the other Matt is making this deck also, and I sent him Mind Slash. I was like, this card is ridiculous. I was like, you're sacrificing something, and then you get to take anything. Like, it's literally better than Thoughtseize.
Not to mention that, like, you could just, like, if you have a generic, like, a target player discards cards and you just get one of their things that I don't care about this creature right now. I could sacrifice this instead.
Eldest
Well,
Reborn.
I did
go back to
make
Mind
a little,
Slash real quick.
It's the looking at their hand version of attrition.
You know what's really funny is that because it's an activated ability, you could do it at the end of your draw step. I'm going to activate this. Let me see what you drew. All right, that's mine
I think
now.
it's the only.
No, it says play this ability only if you can play.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
All right, oof.
Yeah,
Oof.
it's fair.
That's why it's like 50 cents.
But it's still only one red. It's still only one black, and in this deck it might not be there. So Eldest Reborn, which is good because it starts with the sacrifice a creature or planeswalker. Oh my God, you can steal a planeswalker with this.
Yeah.
That's strong. And then they discard, so you steal all the cards, and then you get to reanimate. So
yeah, I like Eldest Reborn.
And then this is the budget for Exian Arena, or like, you know, extra draw. This is like the best budget option. I 100% think.
Yeah.
I play this if you want to play budget.
No, this is one thing I will always give Matt, is that he always finds really, really good budget options for things. And like with some other cards, like sometimes cards that I am even really familiar with, I'm like, oh, that's really good, like, budget options. Because I do kind of fall more on the budget side at times when I build stuff for real.
Right, like this card. This is a good budget option. Just drawing 3 cards, lose 3 life. Draw 3 cards, lose 3 life. Oh, here we go. Each opponent discards 2 cards. If you control a vampire, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Tergrid's a god, so it's...
Yeah, you don't really...
There's a couple of vampires in there, but that's not what you're running it for. You're running it for each player discards 2.
So that's 6 potential triggers for her.
Exactly. Like, stuff like this becomes like way better once you have Tergrid out, because like before Tergrid came out, like stuff like that, you wouldn't really think to run it in Commander. But
yeah, or Mind Rot or anything like that. Like those kind of cards have just always been like, you know.
Yeah.
It's just is what it is.
So,
and at the not budget level of this, there's so many enchantments that say like, oh, if you do X, either this happens or you discard or you discard
Painful Quandary and stuff like
that.
that.
And there's words of what's the one that if you draw a card you can instead choose to make someone discard?
Oh, it's Words of Waste.
Yeah, yes. Words of Waste. Yeah, that card's so fucking. Oh man.
Doesn't Geth's Grimoire do something like that too?
No, Geth's Grimoire is like if you would
discard.
It has something to do with
if you would discard
at the end of the turn.
You draw.
I think it like
it has something.
Oh yeah,
to do
it's
with
whenever an opponent discards a card from his or her hand, you may draw a card. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's drawing. Yeah. So starting with you, each player votes for death or taxes. Each opponent sacrifices a creature for each death vote and discards a card for each. Wow. Both good, really good options. I like it.
I did offer them a choice, Queen Marchesa. I love.
Oh yeah, the only wheel that you can play in black. Yep.
Yeah, but
explains itself. It's so good in this. Oh my god.
This
is so.
I used to pair this with. That's the card I used to pair with Waste Not in like multiplayer. Oof.
It's so stupid. Yep.
Each player discards 3 cards. Oof.
Wow, even you. But it doesn't matter because you get so much value out of it.
And
like,
plus, we are running a few generic reanimator stuff too, with like the Eldest Reborn, for example.
Yeah, like could you imagine if Tergrid had red and you got to run Burning Inquiry, Derek?
No.
Oh my god.
You would just play Tribal Wheels, Tom, because not only that, you get to fill up their hand to do it again.
Oh god, if it was red, you'd have every fucking wheel. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, and please.
Okay, so we talked about Despise. You know, you get a creature.
Diabolic Tutor, still a decent tutor.
Yeah, I actually still play this in Vilus. I just like it's up to. I forgot that it's up to like $3 too. Pretty crazy. So Divest, we talked about that. Artifact creature. Non-land creature. Oh, Final Parting. This is a really good budget tutor.
Library for 2 cards, put one in your hand, the other one to your graveyard, then shuffle your library.
Yep.
Search your library for 2. Oh yeah, I guess cool. Yeah.
Yeah, one. This is good for decks that want cards in graveyards.
This deck plays Gravecrawler. The reason for that is there's like a little itty bitty mini Aristocrats theme in there, since you're gonna sack a bunch of your own creatures. And Gravecrawler is really cool. Gravecrawler is also really good with Mind Slash because it's something you can keep bringing back and sacking for Mind Slash.
Speaking of creatures, I noticed that you're not playing Sangromancer. Is there a reason why you're not playing Sangromancer?
Because I forgot about Sangromancer.
Oh yeah, because I feel like she's really good at
Matt,
this.
How dare you not have a memorization of every single card ever made?
No, see, this is why it's better. You know, I like her.
Is that the one that whenever a player discards something?
Yeah, it's whenever a creature an opponent controls is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you may gain 3 life. Whenever an opponent discards a card, you may gain 3 life. For a 4-mana 3/3. It's
not too bad.
Yeah, she's good for incidental life gain and
stuff. Oh, this card! Why you play this? Why you gotta play this? Why you gotta play this?
Because it's good.
It's Pox. It's Pox, except it's half instead of a third.
Yeah.
Speaking of innocent blood, I see Smallpox down there too.
Yeah.
All the cards that Derek and you have played against me constantly for our entire Magic relationship.
Innocent
blood.
I'm
just constantly hitting cards like this. Yeah, well, obviously we see why they're good. So Languish, budget board wipe.
You know what, Tom? You know what's cool about Languish is it doesn't.
It overloads.
Yes,
that's cool.
Languish doesn't kill your commander in this deck.
Yeah, it's a 4 or 5.
Mire, I love that Mire as a card.
Oh, this card's so good. I like this. The enchantment. Yep.
Smallpox. But Tom, the great thing about Smallpox is they have to sack a land, so you're getting like 3 lands.
Right. Oh yeah, but
because you're losing 1. Oh no, give me those other 3.
Yeah, for 2 mana, you're potentially getting 9 permanents.
Oh, that's so stupid. That's so rude. All right, so you draw 5 cards and lose 5 life, or put a black demon creature token with flying into the battlefield and toughness. Cards equal to the number of cards in your hand. Okay.
With
so it's
flying,
just a cool little. Yeah, it's just a cool little draw.
Yeah, usually for that you're just doing draw 5, lose 5 for 5.
Yeah, that's not bad. Anything that has an immediate return is fine. And we talked about that card. Yeah. Ugh. This card's good. People still play this card.
4 mana. Each opponent discards 1. You draw 3, and you potentially get whatever they discard.
It's so stupid.
The value. Unearth.
Oh, and just a good little reanimation, and then another board wipe with a upside. Okay, so. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah, it's really good to have when you have like.
My boy.
Yes, Archfiend. I love Archfiend.
Archfiend. This is gonna be so stupid. They just can't play creatures because Archfiend's annoying enough, right? Like if their creatures were just to die, like they just be like, all right, whatever, I committed to it, it's fine. I'll commit to it. It'll just go to the graveyard. But no, this is 10 times worse. They lose their creatures and you take them, and it doesn't affect you. It's so one-sided. Oh, and then the void.
Butcher, Malakir, yeah.
So it's the only one of these that you can actually play because the other ones are too expensive.
Yeah, even Dictate of Erebos is up there now.
Yeah, it's like $12 for Dictate.
Yeah, it's an
Remember when that used to be a bulk rare? I do.
Yeah.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Budget sack outlet. Oh, the new Gravecrawler.
Yes,
I just put this in Vilus also.
No, the Demon Disciple, because it's also like it's sacrifice a creature or planeswalker.
Well, Planecrafter's like a win con in this deck.
Yeah, because it's discard
when we get there.
Yeah.
So
I
here's
like
the
Demon's
Flashback
Disciple.
Marauder. What's this one? Gormon. Cast the spell, sacrifices a creature. Flying trample, enter the battlefield. Each opponent, sack
It's
creature
another,
for a big
yeah,
meter.
it's another sack
Yeah,
thing.
I like it. Gravecrawler, Grey Merchant, got to have that alternate win con.
I love
Oh,
it.
Grim Heart. Oh, look at his
Yeah.
art.
Yeah.
What is his art?
Yeah, that's the
Wait,
Ugin's
why is
Fate
he
promo art.
Oh, it's $13. It's probably because it's that art.
Yeah.
I forgot that there's a bunch of
Yeah.
Ugin's Fates card.
Yeah,
Like,
if you
there's
hit that
an
little
Ugin's Fate
arrow to the
reality
right,
shift.
What'd you say,
There's
Matt?
you can look at the versions.
Yeah,
Or
that's
you
so...
could look at the versions.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
it's probably because he's looking at it and not editing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God, dude, he plays all of the when this enters you. I love it. And then the Midnight Reaper and Grim Harspec.
You know what's funny, Matt, is
value.
that I built like a similar with all those sack creatures because I built a Machias deck that's kind of not revolved around the combo and just like creature control by having like ETB sack stuff and like a mini aristocrat theme. So I'm running all of the like Slum Reaper like ETB sack effects just so that I know all of them don't come back because some of them are humans. But there's a lot of reanimating stuff that's ETB that can get them back, which is
Matt.
Nice.
You want to know? It's one more of the here. Here's one that people forget. It's kind of new. Here's one of the other pingers that's pretty good.
Bastion?
Yeah.
I'm familiar with Bastion.
Oh yeah. I see that it's just the one.
Yeah, it's just Zulaport Cutthroat because it's just there as like, a random like option, like if you need some way to like close out the game.
Yeah, I feel you.
You can easily replace Cutthroat with the Bastion. That's fine.
I'm not gonna start talking about Dark Ritual because I have words with this card. I'm not the biggest fan of this card. I feel like at a budget level it's fine, and especially
All right, so
I feel like
think about it this way, Tom. Dark Ritual does not go in every deck, but Dark Ritual goes in decks like this one where it's so reliant on its commander. You want to turbo her out as fast as possible.
Oh yeah, 100%. Especially when it's mono black and you're playing budget. So, like I'm just Dark Ritual in most situations outside of CDH and like combo decks or like decks like this that like or Yawgmoth, like really good example. Like where the immediate that the commander comes out, the game's over. Like get Rug Monster, things like that. I'm cool with it, and also for this, like just. You make so much value back, like casting this and then casting like a Dark Deal the turn you cast her or something like
Matt,
that,
I had a thought. I don't know if you looked at the price of it. Court of Ambition, which is the Monarch card for Black that came out. I don't know if you were
oh
yeah,
that yeah, that's the one that makes them discard, right?
Yeah.
If you're the Monarch.
Yeah, or no, it makes them lose 6 life and discard 2 cards if you're the Monarch. If not, they lose 3 life if they don't discard a card. I just don't know if what even the price of that is now.
I don't know.
Because it's brand new.
I'm assuming it's worthless because collectors, makes things worthless.
It's $1.50.
Yeah, collector's boxes. We're not going to start going down that road. I can talk about that forever. But yeah, okay, Liliana's Triumph, just another one of these. I love it. Everybody's going to hate it. Oh yeah, this is one of the new ones.
I like that. I like this card a lot.
Wait, so technically, do you have any more flips? Technically, you're playing... Oh, Matt, there's a hand discard that's a land also.
Halakha Predation, I know. It's 3 mana, though. Like,
it's just... hold on. Here's the thing that you have to understand about it. It doesn't matter because it's a land. I started playing these cards because it doesn't matter the mana cost or what. It's the fact that you're playing something as a land and it's not taking a spot away from anything, and it'll happen sometimes, and when it does, it's fine. Like I put.
No, I get that because there's also the kill spell too. That's also a land.
Hunger Maw. I really actually like that. Destroy target creature. Yeah. It's
obviously this isn't an ironclad locked-in list, and you could replace stuff as you see fit.
Yeah, it would be very minuscule for this price range because you pretty much hit it on the head. The only thing that I would do is add the Sangromancer because I play that in my $800 decks because Sangromancer just gets there. Like when you're a black deck and you kill creatures a lot and regaining all that life in a deck that wants to lose a lot of life, like to make the deck work.
like I said, I just kind of forgot about Sangromancer.
No, it's fine.
Mausoleum Secret seems really cool.
So good for like this deck for its price range is absolutely fucking terrifying. Like,
Yeah,
I wouldn't even want to play against this with my like CDH deck because of cards like Smallpox and things like that. Because like you could put in even more rituals and probably even get $100 Tergrid list to play with even CDH deck. It's so bad. Like, imagine getting Dark Field in a CDH game, and you could always like. There's ways to make this uncounterable or like make it harder for your opponents to play. Like, there's plenty, and with all the hand discard, you just take their threats. Like, oh my god,
that's the thing. Yeah, like early game, if you're worrying about Tergrid, you could like turn 4 and be like the blue player, I'm gonna duress you.
Yeah, like I played against a blue player. Like, you're getting duressed. Like, it's so good.
So you get to play a little bit of protection because you don't really care too much about losing too much out of your hand because you're just gonna refill up your board on value with. Any single one of your like engine cards that go with her gets you so much value right away.
I like this card a lot.
And you have really decent draw stuff in here too to really fill up your hand. And I like Malachir Rebirth. Yeah.
Technically, Tergrid is value also.
Yeah.
She's 100% value. This card's great. Just a tutor for any deck that fills its graveyard well. What's this? Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker with the highest converted mana cost among creatures. Oh, it's a shattering. Wait, what's the
shatter?
No, wait, what's the Mardu card?
I know what you're talking about.
Crackling Doom.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Doom for planeswalkers in black.
That is really cool because half the time when you're like doing those sack effects, sometimes the biggest threat is usually the big thing, and everyone's sacrificing the tokens. This is like the big one.
Oh,
Succumb to temptation.
Yep, draw. Yep,
draw 2.
Yep. This is another one.
Yes, I like.
Yeah, this is another. You save your commander.
Same thing with that one.
Undying. I feel like there's something stupid you can maybe do with that.
So all this dust is like $7, but here we have an instant speed half all this dust.
Yeah, bonus hunger was I think is the best. Each opponent sacrifices each creature instant that they've ever printed. This one I was playing for the longest time until I went a little bit away from like killing creatures at instant speed and more towards the losing life Vilas tribal when I went to Vilas, and less away from Drana and things like that. This is my favorite, hands down. I don't think that there's one better than this because the fact that it's rounded down or rounded up, and then it could be half and getting City's Blessing.
And it's an instant too.
Yeah,
you forget that it's instant.
This is pretty generic, you know.
Yeah.
And it's good that like all these cards are like at the budget level now. Like,
I actually have been a big fan of like Nyx Lotus in like budget lists.
Oh, Unstable Obelisk, especially for budget. Yeah. This card just gets there sometimes. Like in black, having this option.
Also, you're thinking about it. If you're hitting people's lands, like you're gonna get to that mana no problem.
Oh yeah, you could pop a land. Oh, stealing the Cabal Coffers. Oh god. Guy's Cradle.
Well, no, remember I'm saying is you don't steal it from what it's destroying because it's not a sacrifice, but
Oh, right.
It's just that you during the sacrificing, discarding, whatever, you're probably gonna get a few lands off of it along the way.
Yeah, because Tergrid is most annoying quality, honestly, is the fact that she fucks any type of lands. Like, oh my god, even cycling she steals. This is just stupid.
Tom, I was thinking about Tergrid. She fucks up any type of combo that has to discard the hand size.
Or Tatiova.
Tom, like imagine like you're like a thing where you have to discard like you're a Gitrog. How are you supposed to discard your Eldrazi? He gets it.
I just want to point out, Blighted Fen, target player sacks a creature on a land.
Yeah, right. I've played that card for a while. And then also she just innately steals things that's annoying, like any type of cycling.
Yeah, or if you're also she kind of
fetch lands, man.
Tom, she also straight up turns off if you're trying to do like like an aristocrat deck. She's like, no, you sack something, it's mine. Like we even think about that side of it, not just your value, but the amount of other combos that exist around potentially either discarding or just sacrificing stuff. She's like, or imagine someone plays a Commander Sphere. It's like I'm gonna sack it to draw a card. Okay, it's mine.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh, sorry, what'd you say?
I was saying, can you guys hear me? Because I got booted out or something.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. I think that she's innately annoying. Like any deck that's trying to play with Carrying Feeder or anything like that just gets absolutely destroyed. It's like slamming down Kalidas against people. Like, it's just one of those things that. Speaking of that undead Draugr skeleton that like exiles things and steals cards is like just another one of the annoying things like that. Yeah, I like her a lot. I think